Yes, sir. We're back with another episode of From Downtown. Today is May 20th, 2024, and it's a nice Monday. I guess we get what's the word I'm looking for? We get a break from NBA basketball for tonight. But a lot of the things that we get to talk about for today is things that could happen for the rest of the week, as well as some baseball talk like always. Last night, well, yesterday in general, there were two game sevens. One was very lackluster and one was amazing. The Knicks and Pacers game, it started off fried and it never got back to being a game in which I felt like the Knicks could should get close. The Pacers went out early. I think they scored like 36 in that first quarter. 30. It was something in the 30s or the high 20s. And I know the Knicks just were like at 16 or 18, something or the low 20s, something like in that area. But it was just crazy to watch, like watching the heart. Well, no, I ain't gonna say the heart got pulled out of Madison Square Garden because that shit didn't happen until like the fourth quarter. But like early, it was like people were looking around like, oh, they're hitting shots. Oh, they're hitting multiple shots consecutively. I think they just weren't prepared for that onslaught of offense from the Pacers. Like I said, when the series first started, there should be a game that the Pacers legit, go out there and make their mark and, beat the hell out the Knicks. I always knew that the Pacers had one game in them to where they could just put their foot down on like full throttle and just beat the hell out the Knicks. Just because they play too fast and like we saw yesterday, they're very efficient playing that goddamn fast. A lot of teams don't get. A lot of teams aren't able to put up as many shots as they are during the game. But once again, a lot of teams aren't able to fucking be as efficient as the Pacers are as well. With such a high, you know, change of pace, I would like to say, from game 6 to game 7. They didn't necessarily change their pace because I think they've been playing like this all 82. But it's like you see, like, they were talking about, the coach, like, he has to figure out a way to stop Jalen Brunson. He has to figure out a way to do this and do that. And, like, why does he keep putting them hard out there? And I'm not going to say, like, he just made a great decision, game 7, putting Neesmith on Jalen Brunson, or that Jalen Brunson was a factor anyway. But I'm just saying, I think he knew, like, what his team, he has a weather the storm type of roster. Like, if you can just keep this motherfucker close, we're going to outrun you. Like, don't let Jalen Brunson go crazy, but, like, hey, if he's getting 30, I prepared for it. He's going to get 30 regardless. He's been doing this shit against the Sixers. He's going to do it against us, too. We don't have any of these top-tier guard defenders, wing defenders anyway, so we can't just put somebody out there and expect it to stop Jalen Brunson. So I never thought that was his biggest thing, but I started to see like the injuries and the hits that the Knicks was starting to take, having to run that fucking much up and down the court for fucking 7 straight games. It killed them. It didn't necessarily kill them. I can say like stamina wise, it just killed their body. Like their body started to break down towards the end of that, series. And like Josh Hart started having like tweaks in his back. I think OG Anunoby tried to play for like the first 4 minutes. And then their fucking leg turned into that turkey leg. That video, and the boy be like, if I can shake this turkey leg and the meat don't fall off the bone, you can get it for free. That's how that nigga leg was. I feel like if Anunoby was able to play, I feel like that game would have been a little better because I think Anunoby came in and hit 2 quick threes. But then, like 5 minutes into the game, he had to get out. So I think if he was able to play, his full at least 15, 18, 20 minutes, it could be worth it. But there were things there that the Knicks just didn't do from the beginning of the game. Offensive rebounding didn't go their way like most of the other games did. What else really didn't go their way? The effect of the others didn't go their way. Like DiVincenzo didn't start heating up. Honestly, I feel like until like that second, third quarter, because I think he finished like 30 anyway, and it was like when I looked at it, I was like, how the fuck did he finish with 30? But then I saw like the second half was crazy because you kind of had to rely on somebody to score the ball if Jalen Brunson wasn't gonna do it, and yeah, I think that game went not how we expected, but I definitely thought it was going to be one of those games where it's going to be rough, it's going to be scrappy, and it was neither of those things. It was fucking full throttle to the gas for the Pacers, and I'm glad to see the Pacers move on. I don't really care about the Knicks or the Pacers in this fucking place, but I think the Knicks and Celtics series would have been a little bit quick compared to like the 6 people Tibbs probably would have had healthy against the fucking Celtics. They probably would have ran their ass out the gym easily. So I guess the Pacers have a better chance at this point to compete against the Celtics. But honestly, I think the Celtics are going to the finals. And the last game 7 that happened yesterday was the Mavericks and the Thunder. That game also was what's the word I'm looking for? Not the Mavericks and Thunder. What the hell am I talking about? The Timberwolves and the Nuggets. What's the word I'm looking for that game? I thought it was gonna be a snooze fest like the Knicks and the Pacers, but it was like that first quarter or that first half. I couldn't put the Timberwolves away like I could the Knicks. Yesterday it was it just always felt like the Timberwolves had a chance, and I'm telling you, like even when they were down 20, like we were talking, I think we were in a party on PlayStation or something like that, and we were like, man, we should just go put our money in right now for the Nuggets to win, because like this has been like the most volatile series when it comes to point scoring across the board. Like we haven't had a series this volatile. Like you go from winning by one team wins by 30, one team wins by 8, one team wins by 40, one team wins by 2. That was a discrepancy in points that I have ever seen in like a playoff game or playoff series. You couldn't really tell who was the better team. You couldn't tell that. Like it was like I saw a lot of interviews today, and after the game yesterday, they were talking like Christian Brown said he thought that the Nuggets were just the better team and they should have won it. And I'm like, maybe in your opinion, but it's like I don't think you were just flat out the better team compared to the Nuggets. Like you always needed timely buckets from your stars, and I feel like your stars did exactly what you needed them to do as a Nuggets fan or a Nuggets player. Like your stars did what you needed them to do. It was y'all guys who needed to step up. Michael Porter needed to be better. I mean, he was a 2 for 12, 3 for 12. Missing double digit shots is going to be hard to kind of. It's kind of hard unless you're getting offensive rebounds and kind of making those possessions back up to even have somebody down 20 and keep them there. So I think that game that was one of the best games I've ever seen. One of the best game 7s. Like I said, it was just full of emotion, full of just fucking. It was just, I don't know, was it anger or was it joy or was it just like great basketball being played? But that was a great game just to sit there and watch. Like even just sitting there with the dog, like Remy Carter was locked in. Like he was like, dog, these niggas is hooping. And I was like, you right, Carter. But honestly, the Timberwolves, happy for them. I think that this is their first time back since like KG era. So going to that Western Conference Finals is going to be tough. But they're going up against the Mavs. So honestly, moving forward, I think that this next series, a lot of people putting it towards the Mavs, for Luka and Kyrie, and I'm looking at it as if, hey, that defense just stopped 2 of the best playoff scorers. Not stop, but contain 2 of the best playoff scorers or playoff players in general right now in 7. So I'm not going to just say that the Mavs are head and shoulders better than the Timberwolves. You have 2 stars in which, at some point any one of those can go off. But, hey, I just don't put the Timberwolves out of here. I can't. It's gonna be hard for me to put them out. I think if the Mavs win, it goes 6. But I think if the Timberwolves do anything, they can win from 5 to 7. Like, I'm talking about legit. If they string wins together, I've seen the Mavs fold. Especially like when you're not able to eat in the post, and your stars are probably not starring at the moment. Like, shit, that lead will fucking go up quick. It'll be more abysmal as wins and shit. When the Timberwolves will win by 30 this game and lose by 20 the next game, type shit again with the Mavericks as well. So I think that the difference between in the East and West right now is so different. I mean, it's the difference between the East and West is so evident right now that I feel like no matter who wins the West, they win the finals. Unless, the Celtics live and die by that 3. But both of these teams, in my mind, could play defense well enough to stop the Celtics from, scoring efficiently from behind the arc. But shit, offensively, both of these teams are better than the Celtics to me. So, yeah, we're just gonna see how fun that series is gonna go. I think that's starting tomorrow. In the Eastern Conference, it's starting Wednesday, I want to say. But yeah, but other than that, we're gonna go ahead and hop into some MLB baseball that we have for today, as well as some MLB baseball that happened, I guess, throughout the weekend. I think the Mets, we dropped 1 against our series with the Marlins, and we're going back again today at 5-11 with Tyler McGill on the mound going against the Cleveland Guardians, in which I think we can definitely win this game. I think they're pitching Ben Lively, while we have Trevor McGill on the mound, but it's going to take for Tyler to have a great outing. I would like to say, like, not even a great outing. I think 4 innings is going to be enough. 3 innings could be enough for him just to see like 4 strikeouts. If he gets 3 to 4 strikeouts, I feel like we win this game easily. If he gets anything more than that, we probably kept them under 2 runs. So here, like I said, I think that we win this game just because we're coming off a great series with the Marlins anyway, in which we already fucking kept them fucking from scoring, even though they are like one of the most not proficient offenses, but they have one of the most proficient defenses for a proficient offense to go out there and score. We beat them every time we beat them. I think we beat them by damn near like 3 or 4 runs. So I think we can keep the bats going to Cleveland. And yeah. Next game that I really want to talk about for today, one happened already. It was a doubleheader. The Padres and the Braves. I think this morning, at 12 this afternoon, the Braves were up 5-0. I looked back and the Padres had like stormed back and tied the game up. I don't know who won that game. Didn't keep watching. I just was fucking amazed that the Padres found a way to get back into that game and make it into something that I guess I didn't expect. I thought the Braves would be able to win that game, but I don't know who won that one. So I can say that tonight Chris Sale probably has a good game against the Padres. 6-7 strikeouts type of game for Chris Sale. 6-7 innings for him. I think even though he's on the older side, not older, but on the aging side of being one of your best pitchers. But I think that they win tonight. They win by more than 1. I think that even though the Padres storm back and their bats probably are hot right now, I just don't think it's going to be enough to stop going up against Chris Sale. Yeah, 2 more games that I want to talk about tonight. Not really there. I would like to talk about the Mariners at the Yankees, actually. Logan Gilbert is on the mound for the Mariners while the Yankees are pitching Marcus Stroman. Honestly, Marcus Stroman has been looking decent, average. I think the Marcus Stroman we knew from the Cubs is still there. You can see it in his spurts, but he just has to consistently do it throughout the time he's there. And Logan Gilbert is Logan Gilbert. Him and George Kirby are just, I think that's a 1-2 duo. You just have to, if you're going against a series and you get both of them in the series, you're kind of fucked. You gotta be on top of your shit when you're hitting, because Logan Gilbert is hands down, I think he has like the highest WAR right now for pitchers, especially when it comes to allowing runners on base. So I think that Logan Gilbert finds a way to win better than a lot of other pitchers do, but it's just the fact that you playing at Yankee Stadium Short left field. Nice, a fucking great offense that knows how to score a lot of runs. I think this game could definitely go over 7.5, 6.5. So that would be more my play. I would be like an over type of guy tonight. But I just can't go away from the fact that I think Logan Gilbert still finds a way to put up 6-7 strikeouts, and just like Chris Sale. I just think he finds a way to get out when he can. Next game that I want to talk about is the Red Sox at the Rays. Tanner Houck on the mound. Last time we went against Tanner Houck, it ended terribly. I think they won the game 8-1. He only gave up one earned run through like 7 or 8 innings, and he had us looking foolish. So today, Boston is plus money to win tonight. Don't know why. Taj Bradley is on the mound for the Rays, but the Rays can score. But definitely, like I said, Tanner Houck is one of those pitchers to where if he goes out and have a great outing, he's a young pitcher. So if he has a great start to his first inning, he can go deep. And I wouldn't be surprised that he's there. But like I said, Taj Bradley can get hit, but he also can be one of those guys that seem to miss the good contact of the barrel. So playing in Tropicana Field, I think that they see a under type of game actually, but I do think the Red Sox keep it close or win. I think, like I said, they are plus money to win tonight, so plus 1.5 isn't bad as well. But I think they could definitely win the game outright. And the last game that I really want to talk about for tonight is the Yamamoto Dodgers going up. Damn, that was racist. I am sorry. Yamamoto is on the mound for the Dodgers while the Diamondbacks are pitching Monteplay. Yamamoto, since their first start, has been great. I think that Shota Imanaga is still one of the best, until Shohei gets back, he's going to be the best, I guess, Asian pitcher that we have in the fucking league right now. Because he simply doesn't allow runs. Yamamoto gave up 3 or 4 runs in that first game, and he gives up runs. He gives up some runs, but I don't see Imanaga doing that. I don't see Imanaga allowing people to get runs. If it's a run that they scored, they worked for it, and they worked for it a lot. Like, they had to really, move runners over, had to bunt here, get a crazy home run here. I think the first time we played against them, we had one out to like right field or right center field, and it just barely got over the fence. And he was like, "Damn, I wasn't trying to give up a run, but how did he even hit this out the park?" type shit. Because it could have been a regular fly ball if the wind wasn't blowing out that day. So hey, that's how the shit works in baseball anyway. If the wind blowing, it's a lot of different factors you have in baseball that could really fuck up a day. Did your pitcher eat a goddamn Philly cheesesteak before the game? No, I'm playing. But yeah, that's all I have today for From Downtown. Tomorrow we'll be back at it with more, NBA action. But today was a cool day. We got to talk about what we can see going forward, and also what we see going forward with baseball. Yeah. Other than that, we will drop most of our plays on the Instagram, but we will see you guys tomorrow.